Hello? I don't even know if I need a mic. Can you hear me without a mic? Right? Okay, little mix and match. Can I have some water? Should we wait for more people or should we start?
We should start. I'm watching you from YouTube.
Okay. Okay, hello everyone, and hello everyone who's on YouTube. Should we start? Sham, what do you think? Yeah? Where's the clicker? Alright guys, I'm really excited to be here today. Some of you know me, but for you, those of you who don't know me or want to know me a little better, I'm Numair. My name is Numair Shahzada, and up till very recently I was the head of marketing for the National Incubation Center, Pakistan, which is located over in Islamabad. What a fantastic experience working with the startups there. At the Sham here with his startup Digidef is a frequenter at the NIC. And that's kind of what you have to do. Like at the Sham, you've got to hustle, you know, and you've got to be, you know, getting up in people's business and trying to make things happen and, you know, just figuring out new ways and learning. So today, you know, I just want us to talk. Yes, we'll walk through some of the you know, technical stuff, the theory. But who of you don't know these theories, right? I mean, marketing is something we all know because anything your customer sees or knows about your company is because of marketing, right? There's no other way that they would see your business. So currently I'm directing marketing for TeamUp. At TeamUp we're running accelerators, we're working with startups, and we're trying to connect corporates and startups. You know, because corporates have a huge gap where they don't think entrepreneurially, and I think that's why you guys are here today, because you have a different way of thinking, you know. It's a good mindset. I co-founded a couple of startups previously. I did a startup called Couch Potato. Anyone here heard of Couch Potato? Yeah? So Couch Potato was back in 2016. It's quite a number of years ago. It was one of the first hyper-local delivery startups here in Islamabad. And I'm going to tell you some interesting things because we're going to talk about brand messaging and how you've got to figure out who your customer is and what you are and what you want to say to them, right? So these are prerequisites to marketing, knowing yourself, knowing your customer. We're going to talk about that, and I'll share some more about my time at Couch Potato and some of the creative things we did when we were there. I worked in Thailand for a while. That was a lot of fun. I learned meditation, so that's something I would do over at the NIC, and maybe we could do one of these breathing exercises together at some point, right? I also worked with Airbnb for a little while. It was a very exciting time in Thailand. I was over in Chiang Mai. I was learning meditation, and I met this guy, and he said, hey, you know, we have 12 Airbnb homes, and we need help managing them. So again, it was all about creating experience, knowing the customer. I really hope Airbnb picks up here. बट वहाँ पे क्या होता था कि हम साइकिल्स ला कर रख देते थे, हम एक मैप बनाकर उनके लिए तैयार कर देते थे कि यहाँ आपने जाना है, यहाँ आपने जाना है, experiential. And the thing about Pakistan I've noticed is that people don't go beyond a certain point of experience. You know, I think क्योंकि यहाँ पे जो आपकी audience है, उनकी understanding भी बड़ी limited है, right? But digital, which is the main thing we're going to be talking about today, digital gives you the opportunity to get a little more creative, you know, because you can reach an audience that's a little more, मतलब कि उनकी understanding design के बारे में, content के बारे में थोड़ी advanced है, and you can go to a global market, right? I also trained dogs, so that was maybe my first startup. मैंने ऑनलाइन कोर्स किया, एक थे आयन डनबार, उनके साथ मैंने कोर्स किया, आई लर्न हाउ टू ट्रेन डॉग्स, द माइक कीप्स गोइंग लाइक ऑन एंड ऑफ, एंड तो मैं लोगों के घर जाता था और उनके छोटे छोटे पपीज़ होते थे और मैं पपीज़ को बेसिक ओबीडियंस सिखाता था कि यार सिट, स्टे, काटना नहीं है, भौंकना नहीं है, मतलब बेसिक बिहेवियर्स उनके। तो यार यही होता है, आप लोग जैसे हासिल कर रहे हैं। और मुझे बताएं यहाँ पे स्टार्टअप फाउंडर्स सारे हैं इस कमरे में? कैन आई हैव अ रेज अ हैंड्स? हु इज अ स्टार्टअप फाउंडर हियर? यू वर्क फॉर अ स्टार्टअप? Okay, a startup founder, you work for a startup. You're not a startup founder, you don't work for a startup. Are you a student? You're a student? Okay, cool, but you aspire. So in this room we have people who are either founders or working at a startup, or they aspire to be a startup, right? This is a wall that I wanted to show you. ये NIC Pakistan. लोग आए यार, कितने लोग यहाँ से आए हैं, आपने देखा होगा। अब तो NIC खैर देखेंगे, वो 2-3 महीने बंद है। तो ये एक वहाँ पे हमारी एक दीवार है, दिस इज द जर्नी वॉल, राइट? एज यू कैन सी, every startup has a specific stage that they're at any point in time, and whatever marketing you do will be related to that stage, right? So यहाँ पे आप मुझे बताएं, ideation पे, out of the people who are startup founders here, ideation पे कौन है? Anyone who's still at ideation? Okay, we're past the ideation stage. Got it, got it. So your services is in growth, but your products are currently in ideation. A lot of people do this, I've noticed. When they have a services company, like say you have a web design agency, you'll be running it, you'll have your services going, your customers, then you start making money, so then you're like, hey, why don't I make my own products, right? It's a good way to go. So what do you think is most important at the ideation stage for a startup in terms of marketing? क्या एहतशाम, ideation stage पे marketing की कौन सी चीज़ आप देख रहे हो? Figuring out what your narrative is.
What's the services, what is the product, what's it supposed to go about?
Yeah.
Making the pitches.
Yeah.
Should have like elements of who the customers are,
Yeah.
what the product, what your solution is,
Yeah.
and
For people on YouTube, at the Sham saying basically building a narrative, which I agree. Even your pitch helps you evaluate who you are, what you want to say. Yes, at ideation it's very important to figure out who you are, what you're trying to do. Then you have your problem solution stage where you have figured out a problem, a need, you have identified a need, like, sorry I keep giving DigiDev example, but that's the one that I know of. And we'll go around, I would love to hear about your startups and we can talk like a little bit one-on-one, कि अच्छा आपके क्या प्रॉब्लम है, आपको क्या लग रहा है कि क्या करना चाहिए, क्या चैलेंज आ रहा है, and let's see if I can maybe help you address it. So problem solution पे you're trying to grow your audience, right? This is the attraction phase of the marketing funnel, right? You're trying to increase brand awareness. Now that you have your narrative, you're going around telling people what you're doing, and you're potentially going and networking so that people know कि यार ये एक चीज़ है, फिर आपकी एक वो respect बनती है. Then you start going towards new markets, and new markets involves expanding your reach, right? So then your marketing starts getting a little more intricate, right? So say शुरू में आप सिर्फ ad चला रहे हो, 18 to 25 women in Islamabad, but then you've gotten to a certain point where you want to grow, right? So then you might have, say, a Google ad which has 3 different audiences, right? And one is, and obviously we'll talk about this, ad चलाने से पहले क्या research करनी चाहिए आपको? We'll talk about this because you need to test first, right? There's no point in running an ad without first organically seeing कि यार इस design और इस content पे मुझे क्या reaction आ रहा है. एक बार आप देख लो कि यार इस पे अच्छा reaction आ रहा है, फिर आप उसको carousel ad बना दो, फिर आप उसको lead form ad बना दो, right? So we'll talk a bit about this. The big ideas. What are the big ideas in marketing? Number one, digital marketing. What is digital marketing? In one line. Anyone? Anything that's online. Who said online? Anything that's online is your digital marketing. So yes, you all were right. It's the umbrella, right? So digital marketing, anything we're doing online is going to come inside digital marketing. What's inbound marketing? Someone from this side of the room. Inbound marketing. I think the answer is in the word. No, but thank you for trying. Closer. So inbound marketing is essentially delighting customers. एक होता है generic digital marketing जिसमें आप social media post हर किस्म के लगा रहे हो, जिसमें वो भी है कि जी हमारी service ये भी है कि हमने ये चीज़ की, ये partnership sign की, ये हमारा ये है, ये हमारा वो है, ये आपके लिए ये है. That's a mix. Inbound marketing में we're specifically talking about things which are valuable for your customer, right? So say for example हमने एक बड़े मेहनत से एक e-book बनाया, right? So what is your service again? It's a digital platform for skills assessments. There you go. This is a great example. So say you make an e-book, ठीक है? मुफ्त, complete मुफ्त. आपने एक e-book बनाया, आपने अपने website पर लगा दिया, ठीक है? And you put a post on your social media page. Here and there you do your outreach, message कर दिया आपने groups में ये वो कि यार ये हमने e-book बनाई है. We don't want anything from you. Just go and read it. You know, obviously you will take an email address, you will take a name, but that is something that's completely a value add for your potential customer, right? And we can think of many examples like this. For example, NIC में जब हम information sessions कराते हैं, right? So we have people like Azim Jamil, Kamran Rizvi, you know, they come over and they do these amazing sessions. And उनकी greatness है कि वो free में करते हैं. But what happens is startup founders को पता चल जाता है, अच्छा यार ये NIC एक जगह है, यहाँ पे ना ही आपको ये sessions मिल जाते हैं, but you can get incubated. So you see, to get startups to incubate themselves at the NIC, we didn't advertise ourselves by saying, hey, come and get incubated at the NIC, which as a part of digital marketing was one of the techniques, but the most effective in my opinion was the fact that we were doing inbound marketing. We were saying, hey, it's a free session, come, Azim Jamil is going to be talking, come, sit down, experience it, right? So any of your startups can come up with an inbound marketing ka idea. And we're going to do a little session at the end. We'll break into small groups, 2-3 groups, और हम थोड़ा सा practically try भी करेंगे. Is there a clock here? Need to watch the time. Asham, what time is it? 3:30, okay, cool. Okay, what is content marketing? Huh? Yes, anything to do with publishing, right? So publishing again is part of inbound marketing. Inbound marketing is part of digital marketing. But these for me are some main concepts that I wanted you to just know before we move on to other things. What is the buyer journey? We talked about the stages of the startup earlier. There's also stages that a buyer goes through, right? Do you guys agree? What? Yes, yes, there's a whole journey he goes through, right? And you've been a buyer yourself too, right? I've been a buyer. Like, I take really long to decide. I mean, चलो कपड़े शपड़े तो मैं फौरन जाकर ले लेता हूँ, but say for example it's something like, you know, like a yoga mat, you know, or something like a technology thing, like a phone. You go back and forth so many times. यार चलो दुकान जाकर देख लेते हैं, अच्छा यार, अच्छा है. Next time आएंगे भाई, sorry, आपका इतना time लिया. You know, and you'll keep coming back, because it's a big decision, right? Buying something, especially in this economy, is a big decision. So buyers go through a journey, and you need to know what your buyer's journey is, right? So at the Sham startup DigiDev, it's solving a problem, it helps people communicate, right? So what, for example, you want to tell me quickly what your startup is?
Yeah, well, it's actually a learning platform for deaf individuals who want to pursue a career.
Learning platform for deaf individuals. So and how many deaf people are there in Pakistan? Like 3, 4 million? 9 million. 9 million, and they need jobs, right? So what is their journey, right? How do they come across this information? I mean, say I am deaf. I can still use the internet. So I will probably go online on Google, search jobs for deaf people, right? You said it's a platform, an AI-enabled platform for skill assessment, kind of like Mera Future. आपने Mera Future का कभी सुना है? उसकी तरह है? So after you've graduated university, बिल्कुल मुझे बिल्कुल You help them decide कि से मैंने इंजीनियरिंग की डिग्री की है, तो अब इंजीनियरिंग की डिग्री के साथ फौरन आपको जॉब इस तरह तो नहीं मिल जाएगी, but if you add 1 or 2 additional qualifications.
So what we can do is, while they are graduating, जो graduate होने के बाद अगर पता चलता है कि उन्हें प्लेग्राउंड पे नहीं जाना चाहिए, तो they decide कि उनका career path क्या है, because जो हमारा education system है, it's not developed enough for experiential learning. They don't know about the industry में क्या चल रहा है, industry में क्या technology use हो रहा है, specifically पता नहीं है. So what we do is कि हम while they are graduating, जब हम second third semester में, we can get them skill assessments, technical or soft skill assessments, their skill level verification.
And give them some suggestions, recommendations. Right. So there you go, right? This understanding our customers' need and problem helps us figure out what their journey is, right? So when I'm close to graduating, I will be now looking for jobs, right? So this is a good keyword for you, long tail keyword के ठीक है, आप इनको skills और recommendations और कैसे आप अपने डिग्री को थोड़ा और बीफ अप करने के लिए क्या छोटी छोटी चीजें ऐड कर सकते हो, but what they're actually looking for is a job. So you know, I mean, so you can have so many different audience sets, right? कि मसला आपका जो primary audience है, it is someone who is looking for a job, he's almost graduated, right? And he's a little worried, he or she is a little worried कि यार there's so many BBAs now, so many MBAs now, you know, so many BComs now. How am I going to stand out? So they might go and type on Google how to stand out as an engineer, right? How to guarantee a job after engineering studies, or you know, obviously we can come up with some ideas, and ये तो मैं अपने इधर से ही निकाल रहा हूँ, लेकिन हम नेट पे जाकर देखेंगे गूगल ट्रेंड्स. अगर आप लोगों में से किसी ने कभी गूगल ट्रेंड्स को देखा है, इट टेल्स यू व्हाट्स ट्रेंडिंग. सो से फॉर एग्जांपल हम ये डिग्री की बात कर रहे हैं, आई वुड गो टू गूगल ट्रेंड्स, आई वुड टाइप इंजीनियर्स, and it would give me short tail and long tail keywords. So I will know कि यार जो engineers हैं वो अभी क्या type कर रहे हैं, वो अभी क्या ढूंढ क्या रहे हैं Google के ऊपर. So this is very helpful to figure out the buyer journey. But before we really get into some of the marketing techniques, I want to tell you some prerequisites. And please, if you could take note here, because this is something that अभी जो सेशन के एंड पे थोड़ा सा हाफ एन आवर हम स्पेंड करेंगे और मैं आपसे कहूँगा यार ये थोड़ा सा बनाना है, ठीक है? स्ट्रैटेजी बड़ा लोग कॉम्प्लिकेट कर देते हैं, यार स्ट्रैटेजी बनानी है, यार स्ट्रैटेजी होगी ये वो, लोग कंफ्यूज हो जाते हैं, यार ये स्ट्रैटेजी क्या है? यू नो, इट्स सच अ elusive thing. What is the strategy? Let me simplify it for you, okay? Strategy is just, I want you to think about what you're going to do before you do it, right? And so what do you want to do? Say I want people to buy my art. I'm an artist. I want people to buy my art. How am I going to do it? I am going to, and this is just one technique I could use, I am going to run a Google ad display, Google ad on display. What I expect to happen? I expect people to visit my website and give me their email address, right? How will I measure it? जितने ज़्यादा लोगों ने ईमेल एड्रेस मुझे दिए उतना ज़्यादा सक्सेस मेरा हुआ है, राइट? सो यू वांट टू सेट अ स्पेसिफिक गोल, ओके? और ये आप अपने कंपनी के लिए ओवर आर्चिंग भी बना सकते हैं, आप हर क्वार्टर भी बना सकते हैं, आप हर कैंपेन के लिए बना सकते हैं. सो let's talk about another example. So your startup, which is the face thing, right? So your goal could be to get maybe 5 businesses or 10 businesses to try your product on a trial basis, right? So your specific goal would be 10 businesses sign up for a trial for 1 month, right? Or you want, is it a subscription model? Is it a monthly payment cycle? Or is it a one-time payment for your product? Yeah, that's good. Monthly. This is a good model. Subscription is a good model. I agree with that. Yeah. So 10 customers to sign up for a trial in 1 month. ये आपका एक specific हो गया, right? Ehtisham, can you come up with a specific goal for your business? Just one. What do you want to do? You want to sell courses. So you have a course. You want 20 people to sign up for your course online in how much time? महीने में कह सकते हैं. So 20 people sign up for your online course in 1 month, right? So what you want to do, 10 people sign up for a course in 1 month. How you going to do it? This could be a series of blog posts, it could be a series of social media posts, it could be a Google ad, it could be a Facebook ad, it could be an email blast, it could be a text message blast. By the way, there's a lot of haters of text message. Look at their text message, but you're going to be surprised some of these numbers I'm going to show you. Text message has a 209% higher open rate than email and ads and stuff, right? So text message is still a very powerful method to advertise. और मैं couch potato के लिए हम बहुत करते थे, and it's 20 paisas, 30 paisas for one SMS. आपको platform मिल जाता है. और especially if you're a local business ना, जैसे आप लोगों का beauty वाला है for example, you can find companies online. I can get you in touch with a company. वो आपको एक platform दे देते हैं और वो फिर सोशियो इकोनॉमिक क्लास के बेसिस पे उसका ब्रेकडाउन होता है. आप सोशियो इकोनॉमिक क्लास को वो एक ब्लास्ट भेज देते हो, बट इट्स गोट टू बी अ नाइस थॉट आउट एसएमएस और उसमें लिंक हो दैट गोज समवेयर, कि वो कुछ आगे कुछ देख भी सकें. प्लीज. So that's a very good question, and this is one thing everyone who has been doing marketing has learned the hard way, and anyone who's getting into marketing now will learn, is that it is a trial process. It's a test process. कोई बात नहीं हुआ, कोई बात नहीं. You will see the data, right? So say आपकी एक campaign थी. What is your the startup that you're working for?
Sir, it's Meadow Devices. We provide services of 3D animation and digital art.
3D animation and digital art. Oh, the one with the वो जो frame था आपके साथ. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Working with a startup.
There you go, you're working with a startup, yeah. So what if it doesn't succeed, right? Say आपने एक social media post लगाई, crude example, जिसमें आपने ये थोड़ा बताया कि get your AI animated artwork, you know, at your doorstep, whatever, you know, launching a new business, beautify your space with some digital artwork, right? Click here for more, whatever. You put maybe 2 different kinds of posts, ठीक है? एक के ऊपर आपने देखा कि यार 10-12 लाइक आए, एक के ऊपर आपने देखा 200 लाइक आए, राइट? तो आपको पता चल गया कि ये बेहतर चल रहा था, ठीक है? गोल आपका हिट नहीं हुआ, शायद क्योंकि आपने वो जो जिसके ऊपर कम लाइक थे उसके ऊपर आपने पैसे लगाए हुए थे, राइट? फिर आपने देखा यार ये जो मेरा पुराना, शायद कोई पुराना पोस्ट था, यार ये इसके जो कलर्स थे ये हमारे ऑडियंस को बहुत पसंद आए, क्यों ना हम इसको एक कैरोसेल ऐड बना दें, क्यों ना हम ये जो हमने यहाँ पे कंटेंट यूज किया था, से द कंटेंट दैट आई सेड अबाउट लॉन्चिंग अ न्यू बिजनेस, ब्यूटिफाई योर स्पेस, मे बी दैट डिड रियली वेल. तो यूर लाइक यार इसको थोड़ा एक्सपैंड कर लेते हैं. तो एक्सपैंड में क्या आप उसको कैरोसेल ऐड बना के उसको चला लोगे, होपफुली इट विल डू बेटर. इफ इट डजंट, मे बी योर ऑडियंस इज नॉट ऑन फेसबुक, मे बी योर ऑडियंस इज ऑन गूगल, राइट? सो वो जो ब्यूटिफाई योर ऑफिस वाला कैंपेन था, इट डिड गुड ऑन सोशल मीडिया, दैट सम वैलिडेशन. फिर आप उसे जाके गूगल पे सर्च एड उसका चला लो. आई लव गूगल सर्च एड्स गाइज, एंड आई एम हैप्पी टू यू नो गिव यू गाइज अ सेपरेट ट्रेनिंग सम टाइम ऑन गूगल सर्च, बट इट इज द ईजिएस्ट थिंग टू यूज. आप जाएं गूगल एडवर्ड्स पे, वो आपको सिखा देगा, वो बड़ा वो स्टेप बाय स्टेप वो प्रोसेस होता है. एंड द बेस्ट थिंग, लेट मी टेल यू द बेस्ट थिंग अबाउट गूगल सर्च एड्स इज यू पे only when the ad is clicked or only when a conversion happens, whatever you've set there, right? और बड़ा सस्ता होता है. Your website is crucially important. If you guys don't have websites right now, I think that is a huge gap, and first thing you need to do is figure out your website. We can talk more about that. I learned how to make websites myself. WordPress, very easy to use. फ्री में आपकी साइट बन जाती है, बस आपको होस्टिंग डोमेन का खर्चा करना पड़ता है. We talked about this, right? You need to know your audience. Think about who they are and rank them. Say for example, मैं एक फोटोग्राफी का बिजनेस चला रहा हूँ, ठीक है? और मेरे सबसे ज़्यादा पेइंग क्लाइंट कौन होंगे? If I'm a photographer, I'm running a photography business. Can you give me some suggestions? Who is my highest paying client? Everybody knows, right? So if I rank my audiences, सबसे top पे wedding, और wedding में कौन सबसे बड़ी stakeholder होती हैं? The bride. Nobody is gonna mess with the bride, okay? Even the groom is scared of the bride at this point, right? So the bride is your highest ranked ऑडियंस, ठीक है? फिर आप 4 ऑडियंस सोच लो, यू नो, इनका फॉर एग्जांपल एक इंजीनियर, ऑलमोस्ट ग्रेजुएटेड इंजीनियर, ऑलमोस्ट ग्रेजुएटेड मार्केटिंग प्रोफेशनल, यू नो आई एम सेइंग. यू कुड इवन मेक योर ऑडियंस मोर स्पेसिफिक बाय यूनिवर्सिटी और बाय सिटी, राइट? सो ये आपके ऑडियंसेस बन जाएंगे. थिंक अबाउट हु दे आर, ग्रुप देम. तो आपके जो यूनिवर्सिटी वाले ऑडियंसेस हैं वो एक ग्रुप बन गया, उनकी रैंकिंग हो गई, ठीक है? फिर आपके और भी हैं, राइट? पीपल हु आर आउट ऑफ अ जॉब. आई हैव लॉस्ट माई जॉब एंड आई एम लुकिंग फॉर न्यू वर्क. अब मेरी जो डिग्री है बहुत पुरानी हो गई है, आई नीड टू ऐड सम फ्रेश थिंग्स. सो दैट्स सम थॉट फॉर यू फॉर कंटेंट, राइट? अगर आप इस तरह का ब्लॉग लिखें अपने वेबसाइट पे, आउट ऑफ अ जॉब, मे बी इट्स टाइम टू स्किल अप, राइट? और उसमें आप लोगों को बताएं कि यार, एंड दिस इज इनबाउंड मार्केटिंग, क्योंकि आप उनको इंफॉर्मेशन दे रहे हो कि यार यस ऐसे होता है, जॉब आपकी छूट जाती है और फिर नई जॉब ढूंढना इतना आसान नहीं है, स्पेशली व्हेन थिंग्स आर चेंजिंग सो फास्ट. हियर आर सम फ्री ऑनलाइन कोर्सेज यू कैन गो एंड नो वैल्यू फॉर यू. You're just directing them to some free courses, like I have directed you to a free persona template. Can someone try to scan it? Scan हो रहा है? उधर से हो रहा है? ज़बरदस्त यार. So you direct them to some free resources, and then you say right at the end, hey, would you like to take a skills assessment? You know, and then that's how you introduce your business to them right at the end. You know, Coca-Cola just did this very interesting campaign. Coca-Cola ने इस साल TV पे कुछ ads चलाए, and they had a terrible response. Who watches? Do you watch TV? No, right? Who watches TV anymore? Especially our generation. I never watch TV. You know, their ads flopped. So what did they do? They ran a Snapchat campaign जिसमें उन्होंने ना अपना लोगो ना कुछ भी नहीं दिखाया. They showed कि एक बच्चा है और वो यूनिवर्सिटी में है और वो सही ना मतलब ऑडियंस जो उनकी है वो बस लेट उठा है, क्लास के लिए लेट हुआ है, ये वो. और द ओनली एडवर्टाइजिंग ऑफ कोका कोला वो उसने कोका कोला का एक टी शर्ट पहना हुआ है बस, और वो जा रहा है अपना वो सारा कुछ कर रहा है, लोगों को हंसा रहा है, ये वो मजाक कर रहा है. दैट गिव देम more, I think 500 or 600% more engagement than anything they ran on TV, right? So you want to create characters. तो say for example, और लोग मुझे कहते हैं यार क्या character क्यों बनाओ मुझे, for example with your business, say आपका एक audience है, this business owner, right? You don't just want to write, hey business owner, new setup. You want to add more. इसको नाम दे दो, फवाद खान. You know, इसके शौक क्या है? बस ये स्विमिंग के लिए जाता है क्लब. अच्छा गाड़ी कौन सी चलाता है? अच्छा यार इसके पास है कोई कैमरी शैमरी तो होगी. You know, this allows you to get into his head, right? So when we get to this part, अच्छा this was an example I wanted to share with you. Is Procter and Gamble, उनका जो नया CEO है डेविड टेलर, he has defined 350 audiences. Can you imagine? I mean, I know it's not a startup, it's a very big company, you know, but 350 precise audiences. Some of them, for example, और ये देखिए, first time washing machine owner. Doesn't that give you some ideas कि यार मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ? मैं तो ये women aged 18 to 35 डाल के चला लेता हूँ ad, you know. First time washing machine owner. You know, first time mom, right? And my favorite was first time washing machine owner. कि you know मतलब कि इतने गहराई में वो जा रहे हो, 350 audiences, right? So I would invite you today to think about your customer a little more. And if you can give him a character, think about who this person is. यार ये कौन है बंदा, और अगर मैं इससे जाकर मिल लूँ तो उससे भी और बेहतर. You know what I'm saying? Shams always meeting his customers, right? And I would ask you this question: have you met your customers? Have you sat with them? Have you, without telling them कि आप इस field में हो, आप उनसे किसी competitor के बारे में पूछो कि यार ये आप इनके बारे में सुना है, अच्छा कैसे लगा, क्या अच्छा क्या कर रहे हैं, क्या अच्छा नहीं कर रहे. अगर मेरा future के बारे में आप लोगों से पूछें तो you'll identify gaps, right? So my next point which I was coming to was to know your brand. And when you know the guy कि अच्छा यार फवाद खान कैमरी में अभी जा रहा है इस्लामाबाद क्लब, वहाँ पे सैंडविच खा कर आएगा वापस, then you can see things from his point of view कि यार इसका मसला क्या है. इसका मसला ये है कि यार ये इसके बडीज हैं, इसके बॉयज़ हैं, बॉयज़ इसके साथ रात को ऑफिस में, शाम को ऑफिस में आके, उसका नया ऑफिस है, वहाँ पे आके वो बैठे होते हैं, मजाक उड़ा रहे होते हैं फवाद का कि यार इतना फजूल तुमने को, यहाँ पे कोई रंग बिरंगी कोई चीज़ ही नहीं है यार, ऐसे लग रहा है कि, यू नो, आई अंडरस्टैंड हिम बेटर नाउ, and then I can help him solve the challenge. So now I can think of what content I want to come up with for फवाद कि अच्छा फवाद, you know, फिर उसे यार वो डिस्कशन होगी, और गूगल हर टाइम सुन रहा होता है भाई. और आपने अगर ये कीवर्ड डाला ब्यूटिफाई योर ऑफिस, क्या सर्च कर रहा होगा वो गूगल पे, उसके दोस्त जो बोल रहे होंगे वो गूगल वॉइस उठा रहा होगा. ठीक है, आपने गूगल एड सेट किया हुआ है सर्च के लिए, वो जब उसका इंटरेस्ट देखेगा वो फिर उसे ऐड दिखाएगा, राइट? और वो ऐड में हम वही बोलेंगे जो उसका मसला है, बिकॉज वी थॉट अबाउट इट. We'll do this in the end when we're doing a little activity, but what are the benefits? Obviously, this is very obvious. What are the benefits they get, right? They get delivered to the doorstep, right? Framed and unique and custom. So it's not some, Buckingham Palace ki tasveer. It's a picture of Fuad sitting in his Camry. You know what I'm saying? It's a picture very relevant to his business. Say वो, खजूर बेचता है, खजूर के दरख्त को हमने वो AI की तरह करके, you know what I'm saying? So custom artwork delivered at your doorstep. So he might like that. Brand pledge. Everyone should have a brand pledge, right? So for you, it's if you don't like it, we take it back. I don't know. Brand pledge needs to be that kind of thing, If you don't find a job, we'll have one-on-ones with you till you get your job, right? If you don't find a job, we'll line up 10 interviews for you. We'll line up 5 interviews for you. We'll introduce you to a CEO. We'll connect you with a mentor. अगर हमने आपको जॉब लेने में हेल्प नहीं की तो क्या करेंगे हम आपके लिए, DigiDev could have a similar sort of statement, right? We'll stand by you till you get a job. And if you ever lose that job, we help you get the next one. That's a pledge, man. That's a pledge. That's like, damn, okay, these guys, they got my back, And that is the feeling you want to give your customer, that they've got my back. Obviously, you want to craft a paragraph और वो आपका बन जाएगा. जैसे ये remote base, I really like this company. They are the top remote job giving company. ये सिलिकॉन वैली में कंपनीज को पाकिस्तानी डेवलपर्स ढूंढ के देते हैं और इनका बहुत so I have like 2 best friends who work at this company, तो मैं हर टाइम इसकी स्टोरी सुन रहा होता हूँ. You should check out their website, brilliant website they have. अभी recently Qasim was given a award for the best startup, top startup award. It's so funny that there's a top startup award. I never knew about this, Ehtisham. And why don't we know about this? Did you know about this? Does anyone know about this? Top startup award. Clearly the government is not marketing to the right audience, right? हमने तो नहीं दिखाया ये. So anyway, they have a very nice, comprehensive, जैसे हम पीछे बात कर रहे थे कि know your brand. They know your brand. The foundation of Remote Base was laid with a vision to bridge the gap, right, between tech talent and resources. So and that's their pledge. The second line is their pledge. We ensure we match our customers with top developer talent and revolutionize the hiring process. And you see that's reflected everywhere. Even here in the meta description for their Google listing, you see tried and tested track record of brilliance in hiring remote developers. Top 1%. That's their pledge, right? Top 1%. So very, very brilliant company, very nice brand narrative they've come up with. ये जो हम discuss कर रहे थे, come up with your paragraph. Very simple process. We'll do it. So when I was doing Couch Potato, this was our pledge. Get a package of any kind, sent to received at any time. It could be something door to door or something bought from the market. The possibilities are endless. Right? So this was the app, and that was this flyer we did. 2016 में लोग करते थे flyering, तो ये E11 में हमने ये flyers बांटे थे, तो काफ़ी अच्छा response मिला था इसका. So these days, guys, you need your startup to stand out a little bit, ठीक है? Even if that means getting a little bit risky. So we were a little bit risky here. So our brand tone was funny, but we were also radical, right? So हम लोगों को कहते थे कि आप क्यों काम करते हैं? अब ये एक अजीब बात है किसी को जाकर आप कहो कि आप क्यों कुछ करते हैं? आप lazy हो जाओ, And then we came up with what we hate about ourselves. Now, I would say that this is a good practice, और ये मैंने Netflix के brand को मैं study कर रहा था, and Netflix has a similar thing that they say about themselves, क्योंकि Netflix आपको lazy कर देता है, you know. So we make the couch potato do nothing more than sustain his uninterrupted couch potatoing. और हमारे जितने ad थे सारे इससे रिलेटेड थे, हमने टीवीसीज बनाए, हमने सोशल मीडिया पे पोस्ट वगैरह बनाया, सब कुछ में हम ये कह रहे थे कि यार आप क्यों कुछ करते हो, ऐप खोलो, यू नो, वो पीछे माँ चीख रही है कि यार दूध लेकर आओ, ये वो यू नो, और वो बंदा उनके साथ बस करके ऑर्डर कर देता है, यू नो. सो इंस्टेड ऑफ सेइंग एवरी, ये आजकल यांगो भी आया हुआ है, एंड यांगो के साथ मैं जाकर कंसल्टेंसी करूंगा, क्योंकि आई डोंट एग्री विद हाउ दे आर डूइंग इट, बिकॉज फूड पैंडा, यांगो, एवरी फूड पैंडा फिर भी दे आर डूइंग अ लिटिल लाइफस्टाइल, बट दे टॉक अबाउट द फंक्शनैलिटी. लाइक इट्स लाइक यू से, ओ वी यूज दिस टूल टू जनरेट दिस एआई, और इसमें इतने पिक्सल होंगे, इसमें आई डोंट केयर हाउ मेनी पिक्सल्स हैं इन योर आर्ट, राइट? हाउ डज इट improve my life, you know? And so that's what we were doing here, telling people how we change or improve their lifestyle point of view se. Any content you create will be lifestyle related, right? कि आपकी ज़िंदगी को हम improve कैसे करते हैं. Same with Ehtisham, same with you guys. Competition. I mean, intel on your competitors is campaign gold. Right? So there are lots of people in your space. आप फ्यूचर का जाकर पेज देखेंगे, उनके कैंपेन्स देखेंगे, उनसे आप बहुत कुछ सीखेंगे. एहतिशाम probably goes and checks dev talk. You've worked with a competitor too. So the closer you can get to your competitor, the better. Search for a few key terms. जैसे आप जब सर्च करती हैं कि you know find a job, upskill, AI art in Pakistan. What happens when you type AI art in Pakistan on Google? What comes up? I'm actually curious, I want to know. So we will see कि AI art in Pakistan पे अगर कुछ आ रही हैं और companies, तो clearly वो उस keyword को use कर रहे हैं, right? आपने देख लिया, ठीक है यार ये keywords अच्छे हैं, ये चल रहे हैं. Try out their product, order, आप उनके site पे जाएं, आप कहें यार, you know, I don't know if anyone's doing what you guys are doing. It's a blue ocean right now, right? So blue ocean is a good place to be. Blue ocean उसे कहते हैं जो बिल्कुल कभी किसी ने किया ना हो. I don't think पाकिस्तान में मैंने इस तरह का कुछ. Oh. Brilliant. Okay, well you have the first mover's advantage, right? So if we can quickly figure out who your top audience is it hospitals, is it clinics, dermatologists, aesthetic clinics, maybe that's a third audience, है ना? Rank करेंगे ना, 4 audience आप बनाएंगे, rank करेंगे उन्हें, जो सबसे top audience होगा उसके बारे में हम सबसे ज़्यादा सोचेंगे. मतलब कि we can make 4 different campaigns for each of the audience, but let's do it one at a time. पहला जो आपका dermatologist वाला audience है, जो skin specialists हैं, उनके बारे में हम सोचेंगे, उनका हम persona बनाएंगे, और वो आपने template अगर वहाँ scan किया तो वो आपके पास आ गया होगा, उसी में आप वो बना लें कि ये कौन है खातून जो उसको चला रही हैं, you know, रुखसाना बेगम चला रही हैं इस जगह को, किधर है उनका दफ्तर, उनके बच्चे हैं क्या, उनकी ज़िंदगी किस तरह की है, ठीक है, उनको समझें, because she wants new exciting ways to impress her clients, right? उनके clients आ ही रहे हैं, वो शायद अगर client को ये shout दे सके कि यार हमारे पास एक UV light या जो भी है उसका mask है, you put it on and it cleanses your pores, you know, तो आपको फिर स्किन ब्रेकआउट्स नहीं होते, राइट? सो वो एक हो सकता है कि क्लाइंट्स फिर वीकली बेसिस पे उनके पास आ रहे हो मास्क पहनने के लिए, यू नो, वो वहाँ पे, यू नो, एंड शी कैन क्रिएट अ रियली नाइस स्पेस फॉर दैट. वो एक थाईलैंड में मैं जाता था, देयर वाज दिस प्लेस कॉल्ड द फ्लोट सेंटर वेयर टू रिलैक्स यू दे टेक यू इनटू अ रूम, और वहाँ पे स्लीपिंग पॉड्स बने हुए थे, और स्लीपिंग पॉड्स के अंदर पानी, और पानी के अंदर एप्सम सॉल्ट. So when you would get in the water, you would just like float right at the top. You don't sink at all because it's a very dense water. सारे lights off, एक UV light चल रहा है, हल्का सा music चल रहा है, 1 घंटे के लिए आप वहाँ पे हो, and you meditate and you rest and you relax. So you can teach your client how to create an experience around the mask, right? So it's a whole therapy room. It's a whole cleansing room that they create. या एक chair हो, वो आके वो उस पे बैठें, relax करें, soothing music, candles, ये वो relax करें, 15 मिनट mask पहना होगा. Customers will get hooked because of the experience of it, right? कि हम आए, हम बैठे हैं, relax होकर हम घर गए हैं, और ये extra हमें benefit मिल गया कि skin हमारी clean हो गई है. So thinking about them. You guys don't have any competitors, but coming back to this, ask your customers what they think of your rivals. So मैं अभी कह रहा था कि आप उनसे बात करें, pretending that you're not in AI art, right? And you say, hey, do you like AI art? Where do you usually order your AI art from? You know, oh, okay, why do you order from that company? It's abroad, it's so expensive for the delivery to come through. You know, so it's research, right? Obviously, we're talking about your competitors. You're going to start seeing ads about them. So you screenshot those ads, collect some research. Similar web. Has anyone ever used Similar web? I would suggest अगर आप आज 5 अपने competitors के बारे में सोचें, Similar web without credit card आपको इसकी वो मिल जाएगी trial. You enter all of your competitors और वो आपको बहुत सारे stats देगा. वो आपको देगा कि यार इनके visits कितने आ रहे हैं पेज पे, socials कैसे perform कर रहे हैं, and for me most important keywords. And when I say keywords, what do you guys think keyword के साथ क्या करेंगे हम? क्या करेंगे keyword के साथ? Anyone? Someone from back here? Yeah. 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 And anything else that you can do with keywords? Absolutely, it helps with search engine optimization. But you know, I was just reading Google's new updates. They're encrypting keywords. So they're going to be encrypting certain short tail keywords, right? So you won't be able to get a good result at all on short tail keywords. And by short tail keywords, I mean water bottle. That's not going to work. So keywords, for one, need to become part of your content strategy. So say for example we're talking about AI art and you find out कि यार a very similar web पे आपने competitors के डाल के आपने देख लिया कि यार ये keyword बहुत चल रहा है. That keyword will define your content strategy. You see, उस keyword से आपका social media post भी बनेगा, ठीक है? उससे आपका blog भी बनेगा. क्या कुछ नहीं बनेगा उससे, आपकी पूरी narrative उस कीवर्ड से निकलेगा. So keywords are more than just SEO. They become part of your complete content strategy and they help you make. एक कीवर्ड को देख के आप उसके बारे में पूरा ब्लॉग बना सकते हो, right? So get started with Similar web. This is just an example of some basic comparator research that I would do for the NIC. So I would rank all the other national incubation centers and I would get their social media increase on a monthly basis. So every month I would see how much have I increased and I was happy to see that I was right at the top. All right, somebody clap for me. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. But we were always on the top. And I would suggest you do something similar. You make a little, बस Excel पे, Similar web से देख के फिर Excel पे बना लें आप, and you keep tracking them. And then you see, यार एकदम से 9 का boost आ गया है, एकदम से इतने सारे इनके कैसे? You go, you'll study them. You'll see कि यार उन्हें अच्छा ये campaign उन्हें run किया है, National Investor Summit करा रहे हैं, इसके वजह से इनको इतना अच्छा result आया है, right? Like you can go see an AI art company abroad. शायद उन्होंने कोई influencer campaign कराया हो जिससे एकदम से boost आया, आपको एक idea मिल गया ना? You're like, okay, I'll do the same thing, right? I will learn from this. तब नाइकैट नहीं था वरना यहाँ पे नाइकैट भी होता. Well, eye to eye, yes, they're working in a different domain, but they're still working with startups. They're doing venture building, they're doing investing, and they're leading the knowledge economy in a lot of ways. So one of my goals was to lead the knowledge economy. कि यार fintech पे report, COVID पे report, health पे report. I2I has this amazing dashboard where you can go and you can see कि कौन से नए investments आए हैं, updated startup news क्या है. So from that, there are 3 different kinds of competitors, by the way, guys. Can anyone share? Number 1? No, generally, when we talk about your competition, direct, indirect, and there's a third, which is eye to eye, comparative. The third is comparative. Comparative means close enough, similar. I'm inspired by them, so I will consider them a competitor because I think if we do what they're doing, my business. Ezesham, what time is it? 4:08. Okay. So, शुरू में मैंने बात की थी कि वो पूरा एक funnel होता है. ये अब वो funnel आ गया हमारे सामने. इस funnel में आप देख रहे हैं कि जी 4 स्टेज होते हैं. Based on your business, आप किस पॉइंट पे हो या बेस्ड ऑन योर कैंपेन, वो कैंपेन या प्रोडक्ट या सर्विस किस पॉइंट पे. शुरू में अट्रैक्ट आप कर रहे हो स्ट्रेंजर्स को. अब मुझे आप लोग बताएं कि स्ट्रेंजर्स को अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए क्या करना चाहिए. स्ट्रेंजर्स, जस्ट गिव मी 2-3 आइडियाज. हाँ, ads. So you're saying an ad campaign for a stranger? Yes. Yeah. And identifying their needs and wants. What technique of marketing could you use once you've identified? वो तो हमने strategy, target audience, brand सब कुछ कर लिया है, ठीक है? वो prerequisites जो हम discuss कर रहे थे. अब हम आए marketing techniques पे. अब techniques, for example, blog, you know, freebies, free trial, yeah. Yeah, what does a stranger want with your business? What is he most interested in? Learning about your business, probably, right? He wants to know about your service. He wants to know that you are dependable, reliable, trustworthy. So maybe you want to increase trust, right? So HubSpot says that for strangers, you want to have a blog, keywords, which is basically you're running an SEO campaign, ad, and you're doing social publishing, which is basically हम उनको समझ गए, ठीक है, target audience, brand, सब कुछ हम समझ गए, social posting कर रहे हैं. अच्छा, फिर convert stage आ जाता है. convert हम कर रहे हैं visitor को, उनको valuable चीज़ें दिखाई, अपने business के बारे में थोड़ा बताया. अब वो हमारे site पे आ गए, हम उन्हें convert कैसे करेंगे? site पे आ गए वो, website पे आ गए. How do we convert them now? What is the technique we could use to convert them? Sorry? Yeah, these are campaign ideas that you're giving, are campaign ideas. What is the technique? So, forms, right? For me, a conversion happens when you get a form fill. फॉर्म फिल हो गया, फिर वो आपके पास उनके डिटेल्स आ गए, राइट? सो नाउ द विजिटर कैन बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू अ लीड. सो कॉल टू एक्शंस, यू नो व्हाट अ कॉल टू एक्शन इज, गाइस? व्हाट्स अ कॉल टू एक्शन? समवन फ्रॉम द बैक साइड ऑफ द रूम. Absolutely. Apply now, contact us, say hello, register, sign up. And you should try all these different variations. ठीक है, इसे कहते हैं ABC testing, right? You try different variations of call to actions. Landing pages. I love making landing pages. I love web design. I think आपने जब एक social media post लगाया है, तो उसे ज़ाया ना करें. Ideally, उस social media post के साथ एक link लगाए, and it should lead somewhere. Right? Like you need to tell your customer what he needs to do next. ठीक है, मुझे पता चल गया आपके पास ये ऑफर है. अब आप बताओ तो सही कि अब क्या करूँ मैं, कॉल अस, क्लिक हियर, रीड मोर ब्लॉग पोस्ट के बारे में. अच्छा जी, फिर आपका लीड बन गया. नाउ वी वांट टू क्लोज दिस लीड टू अ कस्टमर, राइट? Here, once we've collected their email address from the form, we'll feed them into a CRM. Does anyone know what CRM stands for? Or management, yeah, very nice. There are a lot of free CRMs out there. My favorite is HubSpot. You get, I think, like 1,000 leads for free. और फिर वो फॉर्म आप अगर HubSpot के अंदर फॉर्म जनरेट करें और वो आप अपने साइट पे लगाएं तो वो फॉर्म फिल करेंगे, वो ऑटोमेटिकली CRM में चले जाएगा और फिर वहाँ पे आप ऑटोमेशन लगा दोगे, ठीक है? कि जैसे ही वो डिटेल्स आए, HubSpot ने ऑटोमेटिकली उनको ईमेल भेज दिया, थैंक यू फॉर साइनिंग अप, वेलकम टू द ट्राइब, हियर आर अ कपल ऑफ ब्लॉग पोस्ट यू कैन चेक आउट, वॉच दिस वीडियो बाय आवर फाउंडर ऑन हाउ टू फाइंड अ जॉब, राइट? लर्न मोर अबाउट फलाना फलाना, जस्ट सम इनसाइट्स, खुश हो जाएंगे. और इसी तरह के फिर 2-3 और ईमेल्स आएंगे. सो ईमेल्स एंड टेक्स्ट बिकम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट नियर द लेटर हाफ ऑफ द फनल, राइट? शुरू में आपने बहुत कुछ किया, ब्लॉग, सोशल पब्लिशिंग, ये वो, यहाँ पे आके आप उनको वर्क फ्लो में फीड कर देते हो कि यार सीक्वेंस एक बन गया. फिर जी एक बार आपका एक कस्टमर बन गया, अब आप चाहते हो कि वो कस्टमर बार बार आपसे खरीदे, राइट? Say for AI art, I'm not going to buy AI art just once. It's the kind of product that I'd buy multiple times, right? पहले मैंने अपने कमरे के लिए, अब मैंने कहा यार अच्छा ये लाउंज में भी कुछ लगा लेते हैं, अच्छा बच्चों के कमरे के लिए भी कुछ बना लेते हैं, what I'm saying? So that's when you're making promoters. तो वो जो फुआद खान था, उसने आपकी सर्विस यूज कर ली, दफ्तर को ठीक कर लिया, right? Happy New Year, happy birthday Fuad. Thank you for using our service. Did you know we also do bedrooms? Did you know we also do lounges? Since you are a valued customer, 20% off on your next order, right? So now you're making him a promoter, and this is smart marketing. When you're understanding of Fuad, कि hey Fuad, you ordered an AI artwork of a Toyota Camry. Here are some other cars you might be interested in, Smart marketing. And smart marketing works on social media as well. Everyone here knows what a pixel is, right? Pixel. मुझे कोई बताए pixel क्या है? Pixel. Sorry? The Facebook pixel, exactly. And what Facebook pixel does is, if someone visited your website and you're running a Google ad campaign, it will start showing them ads on Facebook as well. So say आप Google पे भी ad चला रहे हो, Facebook पे भी ad चला रहे हो, तो वो आपके वेबसाइट को विजिट करके जब चले जाएगा तो गूगल पे भी उसे रीमार्केटिंग आएगी, लेकिन फेसबुक पे भी और इंस्टाग्राम पे भी उसे रीमार्केटिंग आएगी. इट्स वेरी सिंपल टू इम्प्लीमेंट अ पिक्सल इन वर्डप्रेस, और वो लेटर इन द स्टेज बहुत आपको काम आएगा. ओके, लेट्स क्विकली टॉक अबाउट सम ऑफ द टेक्निक्स दैट आई थिंक आर वैल्यूबल, and we don't have much time, so then we'll get into our activity, so we get to talk a little more. User experience, right? Make sure your site is good, make sure you're regularly checking the analytics. Obviously, these are all obvious things, guys. I told you some of this stuff is going to be really obvious. Ensure that you're resizing for screens, keep it simple, make sure it's fast. By the way, 4.9 billion people on the internet as of 2021. The world's population is 10 billion. So I'm sure ये 2021 का डाटा है, तो अभी 2023 में तो I don't know 6 बिलियन तक तो होगा अब, So they're all there. आप बाकी चीज़ें भूल जाएं. Digital is where you want to go. Google, 90% of searches happen on Google, right, guys? So that's where you want to be. If you want to do some keyword research, जो मैं पहले आपको बता रहा था, तो there's a QR code that you can scan for that. We talked about some of these things, using keywords, creating value, and getting other people to talk about you. So say अगर आपका ये जो service है, अगर आप for example career help के कोई blogs ढूंढें और आप उनको reach out करें कि भाई ये मेरी service है, and I help people find jobs. I help them get there. तो वो शायद आपको कहें कि ठीक है, आपका एक आर्टिकल हम पब्लिश कर लेते हैं आपके बारे में. You know what I'm saying? इन्फ्लुएंसर्स कोई हैं, यू कैन रीच आउट टू देम. देखो पैसे लेते हैं लेकिन कुछ फ्री में भी कर लेते हैं. यू नो आई एम सेइंग, लाइक इफ दे लाइक व्हाट यू आर डूइंग, क्योंकि अक्सर आप सोचते नहीं हो लेकिन उनको भी नीड है कंटेंट की. जो करियर वाला ब्लॉग है उनको भी नीड है यार, फ्रेश कंटेंट, फ्रेश आइडियाज. तो आपका आइडिया उनको पसंद आ जाएगा. सो ऑल दीज थिंग्स आर ऑब्वियस. I wanted to talk a little bit more about paid search ads because I think it's one of the most affordable ways to drive traffic if you're doing paid campaigning, right? Organic में obviously we can talk more. आप लोगों से भी मैं सवाल लेता हूँ, इसे जल्दी से wrap up करते हैं. Google Ads pay per click का अगर आपको full comprehensive चाहिए तो ये मैंने यहाँ पे QR code दे दिया है, ठीक है. Here are some of the important things that you should know. आपसे कोई पूछे यार कि क्या है, description line 1, line 2, headline 1, headline 2, and these are called site links, right? These are inner pages of your website. और ये ad है, लेकिन ad इतना छोटा लिखा हुआ है, अक्सर लोग realize नहीं करते कि ये ad आ रहा है उनके सामने. They think it's one of the search results, and if it's a very nice search result, even if they can see it's an ad, they'll click it. They'll say यार देख तो ले. स्पॉन्सर्ड सोशल पोस्ट, अगेन जो हम बात कर रहे हैं कि थर्ड पार्टी पब्लिशर्स को आप एक्सप्लोर करें जो AI आर्ट की आप कर रहे हैं. सो जस्ट लुक फॉर पीपल हु आर क्यूरेटर्स ऑफ AI आर्ट एंड सेंड देम अ सबमिशन. AI आर्ट का कोई कंपटीशन चल रहा है, सेंड देम अ सबमिशन. यू नो कि यार ये हमारा है, आप कंपटीशन में से कर दें. Text, email, very undervalued. I've given 2 guides here. Like I said, Couch Potato में मेरी पूरी गेम ही टेक्स्ट मार्केटिंग की थी. हम पुश नोटिफिकेशंस भेजते थे, लेकिन वो आप सिर्फ तब कर सकते हो जब आपके पास ऐड हो. लेकिन टेक्स्ट मैसेजिंग बहुत वैल्यूबल चीज़ है. मेरे एक दोस्त हैं जो एक कंपनी चलाते हैं इजराइल में, तो इफ़ यू वांट आई कैन कनेक्ट यू विद हिम. वो आपको प्लेटफॉर्म वगैरह दे देते हैं. अब रूल्स थोड़े स्ट्रिक्ट हो गए, तो आपकी जो कंपनी की नेम है वो आप रजिस्टर कराओगे, ठीक है. उस माइनर मेरे ख्याल से उसका चार्ज होगा और आपका एक प्लेटफॉर्म बन जाएगा. आप लोगों को SMSs भेजना शुरू कर दो. बट वी वेरी केयरफुल, ये आप गाइड पढ़ें कि कैसे उसे यूज़ करना है, ठीक है. ज़्यादा नहीं भेजना, कम लोगों को भेजना है, लोकल रखना है, ठीक है. जैसे से फॉर एग्जांपल आई नो ऑफ अ लोकल बिजनेस से, यू नो जो हमारे पंजाब मिल्क शॉप है मेरे घर के पास, आई गो टू देम फॉर लस्सी. उनसे अगर SMS आ जाए तो यार आई ऑलरेडी नो देम, यू नो. सो वंस यू नो कि यार आपका थोड़ा सा रेपोर अपने शहर में, टेक्स्ट मार्केटिंग फॉर मी इज मोस्ट इफेक्टिव जो आपसे किसी सेक्टर में करो. से फॉर एग्जांपल अगर आप सबसे ज़्यादा आप बिजनेस चला रहे हो यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में, सबसे ज़्यादा यूनिवर्सिटी वाले बच्चों को आपके बारे में पता होगा, राइट. और आप एक्टिवली कुछ महीनों के लिए यूनिवर्सिटीज़ जाती रही हैं इस्लामाबाद में, यू बीन टू ऑल द यूनिवर्सिटीज़, फिर आप इस प्लेटफॉर्म के ज़रिए यूनिवर्सिटी गोइंग को SMS ब्लास्ट भेज दें. मोस्ट ऑफ देम विल ऑलरेडी रिकॉग्नाइज यू, सो यू विल गेट अ वेरी हाई. Sorry, I didn't understand the question. So I was talking about कि आप पहले थोड़ी ब्रांड बिल्डिंग, इनका जब एग्जांपल मैं दे रहा था कि ब्रांड बिल्डिंग करें, नॉट नेसेसरली कि उस टाइम कुछ सेल हो गया.
इमेज की
हाँ,
बात करें कि लोगों को पता होगा क्या ब्रांड आ रहे हैं, क्रिकेट में ऐड भी देखते हैं, सेंस ऑफ सिक्योरिटी फील करते हैं, एस्टैब्लिश.
then they're more likely to open your text message, right? तो जैसे ये यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में अगर इन्होंने सेशंस कराना शुरू कर दिया, ऐसी फ्री सेशन जैसे मैं आ जाऊँ, यू नो, तो फिर ऐसे होगा कि लोगों को पता चल जाएगा कि ये खातून है, इनकी ये बिजनेस है, ये इनका काम है, ठीक है. तो इनसे जब फिर टेक्स्ट मैसेज आएगा तो then they'll be more likely to click on it and go for it, more confident. Also you want to get opt-in. Opt-in क्या होता है? Opt-in होता है when you get their permission, right? So say आप any one of you go to a university, आपको पता है कि यार मेरी ऑडियंस इस यूनिवर्सिटी में जब जा रहा हूँ मैं सेशन कराने, वहाँ पे आप एक या तो टैबलेट लगा दें या इसी तरह QR कोड, स्कैन हियर टू गेट अपडेट्स, स्कैन हियर टू स्टे इन टच। इसका ये होगा कि वो एक फॉर्म आएगा, वो उधर अपना ईमेल और फ़ोन नंबर आपको खुद देंगे। फिर जब उनको व्हाट्सएप या ईमेल या SMS आएगा, they've already given you permission to do that, right? So that is the most effective. तो एक साइड पे जैसे मैं कह रहा था कि कंपनी है मैं आपको इन टच करा सकता हूँ, वो सोशियो इकोनॉमिक क्लास के बेसिस पे करते हैं, लेकिन ऑप्ट-इन इज़ वेरी पावरफुल। आप जो खुद लिस्ट बनाएंगे ना, उसकी जो पावर होगी वो किसी और लिस्ट की नहीं होगी। Okay, so now we're at the activity that I wanted to do. There are less people than I expected, so we won't be doing all these companies, and I will allocate a company to each one of you. We're going to get into groups 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so pick a number. I think we can just like break into groups a different way. So how about we have you guys become a group, okay? And then we have you guys become a group, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ये जो आप चार हैं, आपके साथ भी और चीज़ें हैं. So someone from the back can join this group. अगर पीछे से एक कोई खड़ा कर रहा है. Oh, so you're not part of the session, right? Yeah. Okay. So we've got you 5 back there, okay? You 4 here. So you 4 back at front. You can move your chair closer. You can come to the table. Chart papers. Okay. This is completely you are looking at the pick one. Yes, sir. Yeah, if you can turn your seats and face the table, everyone should be around the table. Nice. So guys, I want you to imagine that the company that I have given you is launching a new product, right? So for Tesla, it could be the Cybertruck, right? You have Facebook is doing, headset. You guys got Microsoft. Microsoft is doing a lot of work in right? So you guys take it. What we're going to do is we're imagining we've already decided product क्या होगा, ठीक है. अब हमने ऐसे करना है कि हमने एक मिनी प्लान बनाना है. सो स्ट्रैटेजी हमने शुरू में डिस्कस किया था ना. से फॉर एग्जांपल आपने सोचना है कि जी ये जो फॉर एग्जांपल VR हेडसेट है हमारा, वी वांट डैश नंबर ऑफ पीपल टू परचेज आवर प्रोडक्ट इन 6 months टाइम, ठीक है. देन वी आर गोइंग टू थिंक अबाउट द टेक्निक्स. Okay, I want you to suggest 5 techniques. Okay, we discussed them already. So one of the techniques can be a blog post. One of the techniques can be a video, right? You can even come up with a campaign line, right? So come up with a campaign line, which will be your messaging. Okay. So thoda sa, if you guys can just write these down. I wish I had a board. So the strategy, right? The audience, so who the audience is, what the strategy is, the campaign line, and then 5 techniques. Okay, so you have 10 minutes. Have a discussion amongst yourselves first कि यार campaign line क्या होनी चाहिए. अच्छा, इसके लिए इस campaign का audience कौन होगा, right? I know that there are many audiences, but pick one. और फिर उसके लिए campaign line बनाएं और फिर उसके relevant 5 techniques सोच लें. I'm coming from table to table. Guys, you need another minute or two, or 2 more minutes? 2 more
We
minutes?
have one of our late entries here as well,
Hello, how are you, Usman?
four engineers.
Okay.
So see if we can accommodate
Yeah,
him.
Usman, pretty much wrapped up. We're just working on a final project. Why don't you just sit down with one of these groups?
That joke, see how they're.
Yeah, so this group is we went over marketing techniques, and right now they're coming up with a strategy for a VR headset and what the audience is and some campaign line and what the techniques are. So they're currently working on the campaign line. Okay. So you can just sit and slowly.
He was getting time. How's it going? You're good? Great. I'm gonna take a couple.
Give it to them. Strong. I think in 5 or minutes they did that. I'm just going to swing by the washroom. Hello. So, guys, why don't you tell us what you were working on? So this was a Tesla Cybertruck. So tell us what your strategy is, what techniques you went for, and the campaign line, and why. So which one of you?
So basically, we went for the Cybertruck and we tried telling how it was different compared to the competition. It's electric, the torque is instant, and we are targeting the enthusiasts who but want it as a fashion. People are trying to get like people when they try to get the G-Wagon, it's not the best car in the market. It doesn't have any redeeming feature, but it's a fashion icon. When you go for it, you know that you're rich and it's a very good vehicle to present your business. So try targeting the same market with the Tesla Cybertruck and compared it to the competition, being it full metallic body, electric, instant torque, and it had no emissions. So this was our main marketing goal. We couldn't complete the ad because we didn't have enough time, but
Campaign line you came up with? Or
yes,
or did another group
to the
come up
next
with a campaign
world or
line?
something. Out of the world.
simply out of this world.
Out of this world.
Yes.
Can I have a
Tesla as well.
We thought about making an ad of it being driven on the moon, like a moon rover.
Elon would love that.
Absolutely. SpaceX and everything, you know.
What was the techniques that you thought would be the most effective?
Demos, comparing it with other trucks in the market.
Video content?
Yeah, we could have offered demos, on-site demos, bring your own truck, we'll drag race it. People love doing that in the United States.
Let's complete this. Yeah.
Yes, so really it was all about, resonating customers' experience in space, right? So making people,
Tying it in with space.
Yeah.
A lot of video content.
yes,
And I think I read influencer marketing as well.
test drives and all. Yeah, that's about it. We were good thinkers, but we were not good writers, so.
Nicely done. Let's say the best for last. All right. Tell us what was your company, what was your strategy, campaign line, and the techniques. All right, guys, let's listen into this.
ओके जो माइक्रोसॉफ्ट की हमने होमीज के लिए एक रिपोर्ट था जिसकी हमने मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटजी बनाई नहीं, लेकिन हमने ऑडियंस वगैरह वो है जो हमारी वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल्स हैं जो कि घर पे अपना मेस करके छोड़ के चले जाते हैं और उनको जब वापस आए तो उनके लिए वापस से सॉर्ट आउट होना चाहिए वो प्रॉब्लम्स। तो इसके लिए जो मेन चीज़ हमारे माइंड में थी, हमने लिखना भी स्टार्ट की थी, वो ये था कि वीडियो एड्स आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट इन दिस, कि हम डिफरेंट इस तरह के वीडियो एड्स और कैंपेन्स को चलाएं जो कि एक आम वो इंसान जो कि जाता है ऑफिस जाता है और वापस आता है उसका घर उसी तरह के मैसअप हुआ होता है, तो उसके मुकाबले में अगर आपके यहाँ एक घर में एक रिपोर्ट है और वो अगर पीछे आपके सारी हेडिंग को ख़त्म कर दे, और स्पेशली ये उन लोगों के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है जो लोग अपनी प्राइवेसी को लेकर बहुत कंसर्न करते हैं, लाइक दे गो टू द ऑफिस और समवन इन देयर होम, दे डोंट ट्रस्ट हिम, कि आप मेल्स वगैरह उन चीज़ों पे ट्रस्ट नहीं कर सकते कि वो पीछे आपके काम कर रहे हैं और आपकी पर्सनल चीज़ों को तो एड्रेस करते हैं। वीडियोस के थ्रू हम उन लोगों के वो ट्रस्ट या वो एक चीज़ एडवांटेज बताने की कोशिश करें। तो मेन हमारा सोच ये था कि हमारी वीडियो एड्स होगा और उसके बाद हमारे डिफरेंट एक्सपोज के अंदर और डिफरेंट मॉल्स के अंदर हम इस चीज़ को इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे ताकि लोग जब जा रहे हैं वहाँ से बाय करने के लिए चीज़ें तो वहाँ पे उस चीज़ को देख सके कि वो ओरिजिनली वहाँ पे काम कर रहे हैं और दे कैन ब्रिंग एट होम, या मोर अवेयरनेस। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ऑब्वियसली these are the campaign line. We did not write any campaign line, but this one, the automating the other one, that automating your housekeeping, it was the best one. Yeah, thank you.
Brilliant. All right, guys, who's gonna tell us what the company was, the strategy, campaign line?
So our company was basically our headsets. So a person who can't experience or see things or touch or feel them by being in his own. So we are here to provide an experience. The sales and marketing will be targeted around like 500 sales in a month with 10% increase by a week. With this, we will be doing Facebook ads, Google ads, YouTube, which will target the audience that wants to actually experience the VR, as well as they are eligible enough and wealthy enough to actually purchase it. So the audience can be different to which we can sell, like universities, and automotive industries, gaming industries, tourism, cinemas, space industries. Our campaign line was, if not hands-on, why not virtual? And our 5 techniques were basically handing out to influencers, giving them and blogs and real-time experiences in different malls, which will be on free trials and will be paid at a certain extent.
And might I say, very neat and clean. I appreciated that. It was very nicely done. No, but you see, I think what we learned today, being able to just put it down one time helps you memorize it a little better. So next time when you're sitting down for your individual companies and you've got a new campaign coming up, so what are you going to do? You're going to come up with a strategy. You're going to have a specific goal, right? You're going to think about the audience, right? The campaign line from your brand's point of view. And then you're going to pick your techniques कि यार अगर SEO करना है तो कौन से keywords best होंगे, और फिर keywords को हम blogs में use करेंगे, हम keywords से related ads चलाएंगे, keywords से हम extract करके content बना सकते हैं for our video campaigns, right? So this is a good process for any company to have like a basic digital marketing campaign and strategy going on. Okay, well guys, thank you so much for being a part of this session today. It was really nice getting to know you all, and let's talk a little more. If you want to take my contact number, you can find me on LinkedIn, and if there's anything I can help with. Any questions at this point? No? Yeah.
सर एक्चुअली मेरी जो टारगेट मार्केट होगी ब्रांड की वो डर्मेटोलॉजिस्ट होंगे, तो इसके लिए मैंने जो अपने ब्रांड का मतलब नाम रखा था वो स्किन जीनी, एंड उसके लिए एक प्रॉपर करेक्टर होगा जीनी, जो कि एडवर्टाइजमेंट में और मार्केटिंग में प्रॉपर वो नो जीनी जो मैजिक करेगा और सब ब्यूटीफुल हो जाएंगे इस टाइप का। तो ये क्या मतलब अच्छी है, मतलब अब मेरी टारगेट ऑडियंस को देखते हुए ये वाली स्ट्रेटजी अच्छी होगी मेरी, या मुझे चेंज करना चाहिए और मोर लाइक सर वो बेसिकली मार्केटिंग में या जब एडवर्टाइजमेंट बनेगा तो एक प्रॉपर कैरेक्टर जीनी, वो सारी मार्केटिंग जैसे यप फर्स्ट प्रोटोटाइप है, यप प्रोडक्ट it is a project now, but it will become product in a month and 2. Yep. 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 सर वो जो सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग है उसका मतलब मुझे आइडिया नहीं हो रहा, लाइक मैं क्योंकि टेक्नोलॉजी बैकग्राउंड से हूँ तो मुझे मतलब अभी भी फॉलोअर्स गेन करने में सोशल मीडिया पे उस पर थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम होता है। फिर पोस्ट किस टाइप की होनी चाहिए उसमें, मतलब मार्केटिंग में ये सब कुछ भी आता है, लाइक हमें इस पर जब Hmm.
So I would suggest get blogs to write about you.
Hmm.
Say for example जो fashion magazines हैं आप उनको email डालें आपके ये हमारा product है innovation है आप किसी को भेजें यहाँ आके हमें interview करें.
सही. Exactly. Yep.
Do you think we should change that though? Do you think we should change this trend? This trend है कि doctor जो कहता है लोग सुनते हैं. I agree with you. I've seen people they come to the pharmacy थोड़ा सा गला खराब होता है वो कहते हैं antibiotic का पूरा course करना है. I don't think it's necessary. You
Yep.
know, लेकिन क्योंकि pharmacist ने recommend किया तो उन्हें लिए. But what if we can use people power to make the product more popular? You know. What about the end users end users? I understand. You've seen the dirty side of the industry और किस तरह असल में किस तरह चीजें चलती हैं. Isn't that more for like medicines and stuff? This is a product. This is a product जो आपका recurring basis पे चलेगा. तो ये वो आपके clinic पे आके वो install कर देंगे और फिर every time a customer comes and uses the product, they pay a small percentage. नहीं, it's a UV light. तो वो UV light इस तरह आपके मुंह पे फेंकता है कि आपको बैक्टीरिया किल कर देता है वो आपके फेस पे. It's like a machine. Yes.
And they can have it. It's okay. And the other thing is this word of mouth, because the most important
Okay. Yeah. Both the mics and sign language as well. Yeah, so my question is, each startup and each company have different, customers, right? So if I talk about my startup, DigiDev, one of our customers are deaf individuals who are like trying to pursue a career, right? Who got graduated and who are trying to, learn a skill to, get a job or do some freelancing or whatever. And on the other hand, we are also promoting diversity and inclusion, right? So we also have this program of sign language, let's say, training to every individual who wants to learn sign language, right? For example, आज यहाँ पे जितने लोग बैठे हैं, उनमें से I can instruct someone to learn sign language, right? So how do you grab those type of customers जिनका they don't necessarily need to learn sign language, but they have to learn it because to do some social, bring a social change, right? So.
I mean, I'm feeling like running a sort of campaign that targets people who have a deaf person in their friends group or in their home. That's the audience we're talking about?
That's one audience, but on the other hand, anyone can learn sign language. Like, for example, corporate.
They need to have a need, a strong enough need to learn it, to go out of their way to come and take classes from you. So that would be the case if, say, I have a family member, a relative, or a close friend who is, deaf.
Yeah.
Right? So there must be a way to find this demographic, right? So I'm sure Google provides a mechanism. Otherwise, we could run a campaign towards those people saying, you know anyone who's deaf, fill out this quick survey, fill out this quick form, and we give them some kind of incentive, that maybe give them a free
Workshop. Yeah.
free workshop we organize for people. And then, like I said, the opt-in, right? We have to build that list by first giving back, right? So we organize a workshop for you. And we ask people, we target it to people who are not deaf, but they want to learn sign language to communicate with their deaf friend or relative. Come up with some nice language around that. When they come to the workshop, we get the sign-ups, and then we send them an email, a text, telling them that, hey, this is our virtual class, so online
Virtual class, yes.
sign up for this class, 30% discount because you attended the workshop.
Right,
I think
right.
you will need to get out into and network around for this, which you already do. I want to think about this.
Yeah, cool. And, okay.
You have ministers over here in Pakistan that are working on all the chambers and they have an interest and they give funding for all these things. So if you engage with them, they will have workshops in schools, colleges and universities. So if you have built that audience, with time 10 years or 20 years from now, वो automatically sign language हर एक को आना शुरू हो जाएगा. But it will take time. It's not like
Right.
it's a one day.
Right.
It's a very good idea, and this leads me to more. You've been to Abekau,
Yes, yes.
food stall with the sign language information
Signs on it.
So why not target other restaurants and say, guys, this much charge, we put up a poster here with basic sign language, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then approach them to also hire a
Deaf individuals, yeah.
right? So if you can make that connection happen, then that would also be pretty valuable.
All the CSR, basically, corporate social responsibility.
For example, might be Chandra to sign language में बात करते हैं.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
so target CSR.
CSR groups.
I just go check.
Yes.
Fine to check.
Yes. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So basically, it's a dying language. They told that it's a real language that people talk in through whistles. It's a small village. That
Yeah, I saw it.
and we used to have that sign language in every news
media outlets. So these are your different ranked customers, right? And we'll come up with a different strategy for each of them. So say, for example, you go to media outlets and you say, give them a proposal. कि यार आप एक exclusive channel
आप
बनाएं.
ad बना रहे हो, but there are this amount of
9 million people who can't understand. And all these new channels are looking for something to stand out with, right? Like GNM, who watches GNM? But if GNM has
Interpretation.
differently abled interpretation going on, 9 million people right there, they got it, right?
Plus they have CSR budget, so they will give you that CSR budget and you will be doing their sign language for that.
Good idea. Nice audiences we just came up with.
Great. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you for the answers.
Right, any other questions? Somewhat clear?
My question is, what if you
ओके सो आपने जो है वो जैसे कि एआई जनरेटेड आर्टवर्क की बात की और उसको आप डिलीवर करें सो बेसिकली व्हाट वी आर करंटली डूइंग इज कि हम कस्टमाइजेबल डिजिटल एनएफटीज जिन्हें कहते हैं जो कि ब्लॉकचेन और एज एनएफटी सेल होते हैं बोर्ड एप यार्ड क्लब या
आपने बोर्ड एप किया?
नो इट्स नाउ $50,000 करंटली
नॉर्मल एप?
या फेक उसकी कॉपीज बेसिक हाँ या बुल रन का इंतजार करेंगे हाँ हाँ सो जैसे कि वो आपने बाई किए थे आप उसके पीछे जितनी भी डिज़ाइनिंग हुई थी हम वो पूरी कलेक्शन बना के फाउंडर्स को देते हैं कि आप इसको ओपन सी के ऊपर सेल करें सो दिस इज़ व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इसी तरह कुछ one of them in digital artwork. So other services, 3D animation, we are providing AAA quality to the gamers. Yeah. तो उन्होंने जो है वो अपने गेम्स का कोई ट्रेलर बनाना है या अपने उस कैरेक्टर को प्रमोट करना है तो उसकी 3D एनिमेशन अनरियल इंजन से और 3D माया और इस तरीके की सॉफ्टवेयर से सो ये हम कर रहे हैं अब इसको सर्विस बेस्ड मॉडल को हम अब प्रमोट कर रहे हैं या अपने क्लाइंट्स हम लेना चाह रहे हैं उसके लिए जो हमारी करंट मार्केटिंग स्ट्रेटजी है वो अभी हमने बायर पर्सोना बना रहे हैं साथ में सेल्स नेविगेटर प्रो जो लिंक्डइन का टूल है उसको हम यूटिलाइज हमने स्टार्ट करना किया है तो आप क्या समझते हैं कि जो ईमेल मार्केटिंग है उसमें हम हर बंदे को अलग से कस्टमाइजेबल मैसेज ईमेल सेंड करें हर पर्सन को कंपनी ओनर को या किस तरीके से आप
landing. Oh, no. All right, everyone, I think the session is over. I would like to go ahead and thank Mr. Numair. I'd like to thank Mr. Numair Shahzada for coming all the way, and I hope the session that you had with him was quite resourceful and helpful at the same time. And I'd like to go ahead and present him with a souvenir from MyCat.